Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, just a few hours after this vlog from this morning, the 24th of April. It's not 5, it's 4:20. Let's just say I had enough of my day. I did just enough to not to do too much. So today was surprisingly because I got 2 calls for job interview, and actually, well, one is a job interview, the other one was more like a pre-interview, a phone call. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to review my Indeed CV because they both both people end up with 1 page on the CV, which is quite insulting because I put 2 page. There's 3 page on my CV, and only 1 came up on the Indeed. So I'm gonna have to review this, which is pretty annoying. So the other job that I got a phone call for is not far from where I actually work. It's actually half a mile from where I work, on the same street, and it's pretty much in the same business. They want to they're making seat like sofa and office chairs and other designing chairs, and they make these, and they need somebody to fix them, go on site and fix them, and they need somebody that's pretty much a jack of all trade. So I pretty much tell them that that's actually what I'm doing right now here, and I'm also in charge of the painting department. So the guy was pretty impressed with that. But the thing is, one thing that's still one obstacle in my job is my criminal record. I have a criminal record that dates back 2006. That's like 13 years ago, and it's something really insignificant. But still, it's there. It's something that's stupid, and so that's always an obstacle for me to finding jobs, when for them it's something that matters. For me, it's something that doesn't really matter, that I have a criminal record or not, because I don't plan to go to the United States, and it's not something that was considerably anything else. It's not something that was really, really big. I pay my due, and it's just a stain in my life. And I already paid more than $800 for the fee to get rid of this, and I'm just 1 step away from getting the other part, getting paid to get rid of, and that's still an obstacle in my life. So just a note of service that if you plan to ever do something stupid, always remember that having a criminal record will ruin your life. For me, it did for many jobs. There was a lot of jobs opening that the moment they saw that I had a criminal record, they didn't want to hire me based on that. Instead of trying to know me and understand and try to get the gist of what happened. Only 1 person of all the employment that I went through actually asked me the why, and I explained to him, and he said like that was very sad because not only you lost a lot of money that day, but you also lost your name. And so this is why. And it's an obstacle, you know, but it's about to be conquered, surmounted, whatever you want to call that. It's about to be fixed. I'm about to fix that problem once and for all. Just a few months away. A few things for sales, and a few items work, and a few work here and there, and I'll be able to pay that off. Because lately, all the money I gather went somewhere else. I had things to fix and other things to fix, so most of my money went there. This is another thing that I really want to talk about, is people and the economy, and that is a huge cancer on society, that you can only generate so much revenue on your own, that when you when you're stuck in a situation or something unexpected happen, you're stuck. You don't have the money to do it. You don't have good credits. Nothing's going as planned. This and that, and so on and so on. So it's really an handicap today, that the way the system runs, that you cannot go further and get out of these problems. And for me, like I said before, I'm good at everything except managing money, my own money. And that you know, most of the time we say we're the product of our environment. Well, that's mostly what I am. I'm the product of my own environment, because I was raised with the principle of capitalism, spending money and gather as much goods as you can, blah blah blah, and so on and so on. And for me, spending money always made me feel good. That was my drug. That was my high. And the whole point of me working was to spend my money, not to do anything else. And that created, on the long run, a vicious circle where I always need more money, and I always need to borrow more money. And just to give you an example, this winter, I had plenty of money. Where did money went to? I wasted it all on one Wish. I wasted most, if not, well, a good percentage of the credit that I had on Wish. It was totally unproductive. It didn't serve any purpose. It was all crap. Well, actually, yeah, it was all crap, but I wasted my money. On the other side, with that credit, with all those credit cards money that I had, I also refill my inventory of LED bars, LED products, and all sorts of product that I'm going to use to run my own company. So that was one of the main things. But just to make it short, is you spend the money the way you're raised. And if your parents always correct you on how not to spend your money, and don't do that, and you don't need this, and blah blah blah, then you'll be raised with the principle that money is already hard to earn and you're not going to waste it. For me, this weekend, I spent money on food, grocery that I needed. I bought 2 pair of pants that I needed. I bought myself a new hat. I bought new glasses that I wanted for a long time. And I bought a new pair of gloves that I did not really need it. I just added up to my collections because I love to collect gloves. One day I'm going to have another sports car, but I'm going to use these gloves for, or a Jeep. So those are all little space where you spend your money, and you could have waited, you could have be more patient. Yes, the pants, they were necessary. I needed the pants. I needed to throw away old pants and get new ones to work with, and that was useful. But why do you feel the need to go faster when I'm already at 110 and a 90 something? We're supposed to drive 90. So no, I'm not gonna move. Pass me. Anyway, so that's what I was saying, that if you work hard for your money and you're gonna have some in your pocket, always think about the future, like my friend does. My friend that delivers pizza. He always thinks forward when he has money in his pocket, and before he spends a single dime, he always think about, do I really need this? Is it going to be useful? And is it going to replace something that's worn out? So that's his way of thinking. And the way he saves his money on the long term, he makes his saving. It was all because he knew that at one point he would probably lose his job, and he was getting very fed up of this. And that's what happened. He lost his job and he got fed up of it. He doesn't want to go back and doing delivery and working on the road. He would love to go back working in a grocery store, because it wasn't so hard. It was a steady pay, and he was making do with what he had. The fun part of working and being a delivery boy, delivering pizza or other things, is that on certain type of business, you make tips. So that round up your end of the week with the little money you make. But the thing is, like, you're wasting your own gas. So I sent him tons of offer that he could have done, but I think he's gonna take his employment and relax for a while. He needs to figure what he wants to do in the long term, because he's 50 years old. It's really not obvious when you're in your 50s to find a new job and to show people that you're the best. For me, I'm 45 years old, and I wouldn't say I'm the best at what I do, but I'm the most experienced. And when it comes to engineering something and make something, it's where I excel at. And I've made complicated things in my life as I make simple things in my life. And I make electronics product many times over, simple and complicated. And people know the skills I have, and they know that cheap labor don't have skill, but skilled people don't come cheap. And they know that if they want to acquire my talents, they have to pay for it. And pretty much the interview I had tonight with the other seed company, I think that the discussion was closed when they asked me what kind of salary I was expecting. And I don't recall the salary that was written on the website. I don't think there was one. Because usually I always head up for $19 to $20 an hour. My best odds would be to work for a small company that is growing, and they need somebody with multiple talents to fill up all the little corner that nobody has. And basically that's what started me in this business. When I was back in 2006, I got the job on my birthday, and that company that I was going to work with, I was going to learn a lot, and I was going to contribute a lot. And that's what really made me love the job, because I was a contributing part of the team, and I was important. And that played a lot, and the fact that I stayed there for 9 years. And at one point I told the boss that, you know, it's always disappointing that you do all these things outside when it's things I can do on my own. And the more you practice, the better you come at it. So that's why today, when it comes to fabrication, I'm one of the best, because I've practiced so much and I've learned so much that there isn't much that I can't do. And a lot of people, they see that now with all the information they see about me on my website. When they check my website and they see all the things I've done and all the things I have fulfilled and the challenge that I met, that's what really impressed them, and they say like, well, we need that guy. And that's still, by today's standard, like a challenge to convince people that they need you. You need to sell yourself. Anyway, I'm at my destination. It wasn't very long, and I'm gonna have more work tonight again, because what I was supposed to do yesterday I didn't do, because the box that I bought wasn't the right size. So that was like $10-15 wasted. Well, it's never wasted, because I'm gonna use it to another project another time. But it's still disappointing that I have to come back, spend money again, and try to make the box again. So I wish you guys a good day, a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.